can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm foreign.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Redskins. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Redskins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. As always, by my side is Charles Davis. So the final tune-up for the regular season, and probably not going to really see much starter action out here in this one, are we?
You're right. Not much in the way of starters, key veterans, key backups, but the guys who have to make the team, struggling for those few spots that are open, we'll see them the entire time. But you and I both know this as well. There will be a surprise cut or two from guys who didn't actually play in this game tonight thinking that they were safe.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the Mississippi State man, now in his 4th season in the National Football League, Dak Prescott. Prescott on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
And how about Phillip Lindsay's rookie season? Began the year 3rd on the depth chart. Finished it in the Pro Bowl. Not bad for an unrestricted free agent out of Colorado with speed to burn.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
That's what I do.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And some space here. Touchdown, Washington. Giovanni Bernard, 59 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays, there's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Lighting.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
51
Foles. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Now Foles. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They run. This is Lewis. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 35 on second down. Foles throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 21. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and goal, Foles. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Here's Foles. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him, and he fires one that's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. We thought this deep.
go. Ready?
Check, 53 is mine. All day, dog.
Purple 64. One.
From the 31, Foles. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and 4. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Carson, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw, and it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
Here we go. The mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. They find some open field here. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Carson, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench. A little oxygen. If he wants it as well.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
Squeeze, double.
Easy.
Foles will look to throw.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
180.
I'm going to run you over.
1. Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Foles, clock moving, trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage.
Flat.
On second and a yard. Foles, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again.
Hey, Haywood.
They're going to try and throw. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. 2nd and long. Room past the 20. That's caught by Montgomery. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Foles now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Stills. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go deep for Funchess. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of football to get through before we say goodbye to the 2019 preseason. All 32 teams in action tonight. Then everyone will be required to cut down to 53 by 4 Eastern on Saturday. And we get it all started 1 week from tonight. The Packers and Bears from Soldier Field. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On the stop was T.J. McDonald. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Right there, 56. Check back.
Under.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Wide open receiver complete. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, someone. Hey, Caden. Here we go.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. On second down now, it's Carson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
This is Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down and 4, Foles. And he'll take it into the end end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Ravens cut into that lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Let's go!
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go through.
Hey, George. Let's go.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 23 yards on the play. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let them know.
What we got?
2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
53.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconception.